Everyone, so I wanted to do a quick video on tone, okay, because I know that's something that everybody is struggling with when they're beginners. So what I wanted to do is to remind you of a couple of things, okay? So remember, first of all, we have to be really nice and relaxed. If we got any tension, it's not going to help us, okay? The other thing I wanted to do is to have a nice open shape here, okay? So I usually tell you to think of an sort of sound, because we definitely want to be more than ooh. If I go ooh, all my air's going to shoot across, okay? So the other thing is to remember, you want to feel the middle of your hole here, that you want to feel it roughly in the middle of your lip, okay? So when I'm here, I can feel it's here. Notice my head angle and my flute angle is the same. If I choose to do that, I've got to bring it up as well. I tend to go to one side, okay? So you can hear there, I've got a bigger sound, okay? If I change my angle, so I see this quite a lot from some of you. It sounds okay, but it's a bit fluffy, isn't it? And we don't want that. Okay, so if I go the other way though, and I go too much like this, I haven't changed my mouth in any of them, but you can see the angle makes a big difference as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice getting the flute up, just like that. Notice my shoulders aren't joining the party. Some of you do all these twisty things. We don't want to do that. If you think you're doing that, roll your shoulders back and into your back pockets, okay? It's always nice to have a good stretch. So. So you can hear already I sound a lot better, okay? So the other thing we can do is we can sing a little bit. You can hear I'm a bit throaty today, but it doesn't mean that we always are. So you can hear as well that I'm making a nice sound out of it. So nice and relaxed. So I'll try and come a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing with my mouth. Notice when I go higher, I'm not changing my embouchure. I'm always using my tummy. Okay, so one thing I would like everybody to be doing is just to practice being really nice and relaxed. If I do my flute playing without my flute, see I've got a nice big hole, nice and wide, and it just helps me to get the air there, okay? The other thing that I want us to do is practice diaphragm bumps. So it's doing kicks with our tummy. Okay, so pick a B, an A, or a G, whatever is happy is for you. What it does is it trains my tummy to respond when I want. It's going to later help us to get a vibrato, which is the wavy when we play. I use one. It allows us to be a lot more expressive, which is what we want. And we want to be able to tighten those tummy muscles, because I don't expect you all to be in the gym, or certainly not now. Okay, so. And you can hear as I get faster and faster, I get a bigger, fuller sound. Without, it's fine. I'm doing it without vibrato. It's all right. And it just allows me to open up my stand a bit more, okay? Also, another thing we can do is just long note practice, okay? And then there's a breathing mechanism I'd like us to do at the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the longest note that we can. Again, might as well start with something between a B and a G, just because it's one of the easier notes to blow. You're going to take a really nice big breath. You can imagine you're filling up all the way down to your tummy, pushing your tummy out to make more room for your lungs, okay? And you can take a really nice big breath. You're going to time how long you can do it. It's different for everyone. I'm sitting down, for example, so that's going to affect mine. And then when you've got to the end, you're going to hold that breath, and you're going to be really tense, and then you're suddenly going to release it, and it's going to give you like a gasp, like a survival reflex, because you're going to be so out of breath, and you're going to go. But what it's going to do is going to teach you how much you can use your lungs, okay? Now notice the second time I could play for even longer, and that's because I was using my lungs more efficiently. Okay, now don't worry if you can't do that from the start. It's just about strengthening your lungs and your muscles and learning how it all works together. Okay, another trick you can do here is you can vary your dynamic. So you could start quietly, you could crescendo and come away, you could start loud and you could gradually come away, or you can go the other way, start quiet and gradually push through, but that'll be a bit harder when you're running out of your air. Okay, so these are just little tips that we can do. Never underestimate our long note practice.